Hi, welcome back to Betty Knits. This is my 8th video. This one is going to be all about how to crochet a Christmas bauble. So here is the example bauble that I've made. It's very quick and simple to do. And all you need, I've obviously done this one in 2 colours, but you can just make them in 1 colour. You just need a crochet hook, some wool and a little bit of fluff to go in the middle, so a little bit of kind of cotton wool or stuffing basically to go in the centre, and it makes a nice little festive decoration, handmade decoration to hang on the tree. So let's make a bauble. I've also made a little gingerbread man as well, out of the same wool. Again, very simple and easy to put together. I can do a how-to on this one as well if people want it, so let me know if you do want to know how to put it together. It's really quick and easy, but today's one is going to be all about the bauble. So we make this one in 2 halves. I've already made 1 half here, and I'm about to make the other half and then crochet them together and put the stuffing inside and make the kind of little loop to hang it on the tree. So all you have to do is follow the instruction for half 1 and then make the other half, and then I'll show you how to put the 2 together. So first off, get your wool and your crochet hook. Do a slip knot in your wool and pop it over the end of your crochet hook. And then chain 3, which just basically means wrapping your wool around and pulling it through the loop. So 1, 2 and 3. So now I have a nice little chain of 3. Now crochet back into your first stitch that you've done. So you put the crochet hook back into the first stitch and then wrap the wool round and pull it through both stitches that you have on your hook, and then just start chaining round in a circle into those stitches. So go into the first one, wrap the wool round once and pull it through both. Go into the second one, wrap the wool round once and pull it through both, etc. So crochet round and round until you have a little circle that's about the size of a £1 coin or so. And then you want to introduce your second colour. When I crochet round and round in this bit, I'm not very precise. I don't count the number of stitches or anything. I just keep going until it looks like it's about the right size. So I don't go with like a very specific pattern when I'm making things like this. I just kind of go for it and see what happens, and generally kind of fudge it along until it looks about right. I'm sure there are lots of patterns on Pinterest for baubles and crochet baubles, but these ones I've just made up. I've basically just done it as I go along, and they seem to work all right. They seem to look quite nice. Basically just tying this white wool into the stitch that I have already set up here with my brown wool. And then I'm going to put the crochet hook back through one of my loops here on my circle and chain up 3. So just do a chain of 3 loops. So I've chained up 3, and I'm now going to do a double crochet into the same hole, because now for the whole way around the diameter of our little kind of pound coin sized crocheted circle, I'm now going to crochet 2 double crochets into each stitch, and I'm going to alternate colours. So I'm going to do 1 brown, 1 white, 1 brown, 1 white, so 2 into each one. So for example, you can see I've done my initial first little round bit, and then all the way around this bit I'm going to alternate brown and white, doing 2 into each stitch. Then you get your white wool and you wrap it round the hook once, so you've got a loop on the hook, and then you put the crochet hook through the back of the loop that you're crocheting into. So wrap it round once and go in through the back, and then pull 1 through. You should now have 3 on your hook like this. So you've got the one that's just come through the loop, the one that you wrapped around already, and the stitch that you originally had there as well. And then you wrap it round again, so you've got 4. You pull it through the first one, wrap it round again, pull it through the second 2, wrap it round again, pull it through the last 2. And that's what's known as a double crochet. So we'll do it again now with the brown into the next hole. So we're wrapping it round once, putting it through the back of the hole, pulling through a loop. So you've got 3 on your crochet hook, wrap it round again, pull it through the first one, wrap it round again, pull it through the second 2, wrap it round again, pull it through the last 2. And that is basically a double crochet. So we do that all the way around, alternating colours, and 2 into each loop. Sometimes your wool gets a bit kind of tangled because you're going from one colour to the other, so just keep making sure that the balls of wool are on the right side. So 2 and 3. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get the hook through some of these holes. Once you've gone all the way around to the outside, crocheting 2 into each one, hopefully you'll finish on the alternate colour from the one you started on. And then in order to join those bits together, just crochet once through the loop that you started with. So just pull that through and attach them. And you should find that the bauble already starts to kind of to become half a circle. Make sure you keep your loose ends all on one side and try and get those into the centre, because then you won't have to cut them off. It doesn't matter, you can just crochet them. When you crochet around, you can just make sure they're all in the middle, tucked away nicely. So now we do exactly the same thing, except for this, the second row, which is also the last row. You can do whatever pattern you want basically, but what I decided to do for my bauble was to again do the same thing, do alternate ones, but this time you're doing 2 of each colour into each loop. So again, you're just making it that bit bigger. Again, you chain 3, 2, 3, and then do another double crochet into the same loop, but again of the same colour, 2 of brown, and then into the next one do 2 of white. And increase it next size up, but maintain that kind of bauble shape. Just thought these might be called treble crochets. I'm not that down with my crochet lingo, so they might actually be known as a treble because you pull the wool through 3 times. Let me know if you know whether I'm saying it right or not. Again, when you've reached the end of that row, you'll have something that's starting to look a bit like that. And again, just crochet, just pull that through and attach the 2 bits together. So it looks like that. And then get your other half. Hopefully they'll be about a similar size. Luckily it's looking like mine should be, a little bit, give or take. I don't mind too much when they're not exactly right, not exactly the right size, because I think part of the charm of these kind of decorations is that they're slightly handmade and a little bit kind of rough and ready and rustic. So I don't think it matters too much if they're not entirely perfect, but that's just my opinion. Other people's may differ. So now you just have to attach them together. So choose which colour you're going to attach them together with, and the other one that you're not going to use, just get rid of that. Snip it off and then tuck in the loose strands inside again. So now get your magic stuffing. I bought some of this to make one of my boys a teddy bear last year, and I've got loads left. So but you could, if you'd rather upcycle or recycle it from somewhere, take it out of the cushion or that you don't want anymore, obviously. So pop it inside your bauble. Use more than you would expect because you want it to have quite that kind of quite firm feeling. And then put the other bauble on the other side, and then making sure those loose ends are tucked in like that. Then just using the colour, whichever one you've decided, you just crochet through, attaching them together through a loop on each side, and pull them together. I'm showing you close up how to do this. Go through one loop, go through a loop on the other side, and pull the wool through all of them. So through one on the other side, pull the wool through all of them. And just occasionally you might need to stuff your stuffing back in a bit. So it should start to look like that around the edge of your bauble. So when you've reached the end and you've crocheted all the way around and you've attached your 2 halves together, before tying this bit off, obviously you need to chain your little loop that will allow you to hang it from your Christmas tree. So just chain, chain along until you feel it's kind of long enough that you can loop it over and hang it on your tree. So I'd say about there, and then attach it back into the loop that you chained from, and then snip off this bit and tie it in a knot. And then usually what I just do with this loose end is I'll just pop my crochet hook down into the bauble somewhere, like that, and then grab it and just pull it through so it just goes into the bauble, because it doesn't matter if the loose end is in there somewhere, it's not coming out. There we have it, one crocheted bauble. Thank you for watching again and watching my little bauble tutorial. I hope it's been helpful. I hope it's been easy to follow and that you were able to understand it. We're getting very excited for Christmas now in this house. We're really gearing up for it. So I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be, but I imagine that will probably be my last video before Christmas, and then a Christmas break. And hopefully I'll be back with some more in the new year if people want them. It's great to share some quirky and fun little tutorials, and if anyone makes any baubles or has done any Christmas present makes, then please let me know and share them with me, because I'd love to see them. So thank you for watching Betty Knits, and goodbye.